Let's maul in the Central Committee. Let's cringe in the Central Committee. Let's bog in the Central Committee right now.
This is now going to be, my morning is going to be laughing at the Movement for a People's Party and everyone who argued in favor of it. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm drawing your attention to this because I want you to notice the people that are scam artists from the people who are worth listening to. Everybody who promoted the Movement for a People's Party should be called out for being a joke. We cool? All right, we're going to keep watching it. This is why I opposed FTV, not the concept of trying to get a vote on Medicare for all, but rather because as much as people will say it doesn't matter who is saying to do a thing, just look at, just work for the thing, man. Yeah, it is going to be reported that Jimmy Dore's idea and have Jimmy Dore on every single thing, but don't pay attention to Jimmy. Just support the organizations. It's important for us. And I like to get this out of the way early so it doesn't eat at me while we're talking about other shit, is just how much of a joke the People's Party is. What are they up to with followers, man? 92K followers on Twitter. Not bad, dude. Not bad. You just have to do those follow Fridays. Do those follow backs. Do those follow backs, man. Pretty amazing. Our Revolution Los Angeles just put out a statement about the Movements for a People's Party. I know no one cares about this anymore because it was a Jimmy Dore rift. Nobody cares about this anymore because it was just a thing to tweet at people angrily for a couple weeks and then forget about it forever because you never see. The thing about the only online people is they don't have any follow through. You know, they get that whatever is trending this week is what they're talking about, and then they move on to whatever is trending next week. Now, I have a very much anti-internet mentality. Our Revolution Los Angeles, immediate disaffiliation with People for Working Democracy and subsidiaries. May 2020, Our Revolution Los Angeles announced its decision to partner with Movement for a People's Party in an effort to build a new political party that truly represents the interests of the poor and working people of America. After much deliberation, we have unfortunately decided to part ways with the MPP at this time due to differences in opinion and leadership style, including the structure, treatment of volunteers, and method of operations that have become apparent during the past few months. Throughout our work with MPP, several members of our organization have observed troubling components of MPP's organizational structure, including non-democratically elected leadership, lack of organizational transparency, lack of member and leadership accountability, and lack of bylaws and rules. Furthermore, our members have observed and experienced a toxic and top-down hierarchical framework within MPP, which we believe is antithetical to the foundation of our motivations to work with them. The most egregious example of this was when disagreement with the organization leadership was expressed. Those speaking up, as well as many who did not express discontent, were removed from the organization, branded as infiltrators, and accused of leeching members from MPP to the Democratic Party. This level of slander and mistreatment of volunteers who have a difference of opinion will not be tolerated by Our Revolution Los Angeles. While all our members are free to participate in any organization they choose, we also would like to be clear about the status of our formal relationship to MPP at this time. We take seriously that many have followed in our footsteps to support MPP, and we support every individual and organization's right to decide where their efforts are best directed. We feel it is our responsibility, however, to be open to such parties about this change. Our Revolution Los Angeles has always been and will continue to be committed to electing representatives to government who represent people over profit, policy over politics, and community over corporations. Our platform can be found here. Such goals are our number one priority. We look forward to supporting candidates, individuals, and organizations who align with this purpose and continue to embrace the foundational principles of our organization, which, above all else, are transparency, democracy, getting money out of politics, and fighting for a peaceful, dignified future for all. Now, this is something that we have noticed with MPP, and this was my biggest problem with MPP, was its authoritarian top-down structure. Now, if you have never done any left-wing organizing and you are not a socialist, you probably don't care about this little thing called democratic consent, okay? Now, for MPP, democratic consent is a problem. See, they're a brand. They're owned by a guy. They don't want you people voting against stuff that'll hurt the brand. They don't want, it's about getting Nick Browna 100,000 followers on Twitter so that he can pivot that to some sort of long-term grift. Maybe he'll be able to come on the same alt media shows 5 or 6 times a year and grift people onto his Patreon. That's about all he's doing. Maybe he'll even get a successful YouTube channel. Well, successful enough to support him, right? Because his 5-year-old association with Bernie Sanders' campaign as a minor low-level staffer is starting to wear a little bit thin for credibility's sake, right? Pathetic. What is with Australians talking about American politics? This guy's a fucking Australian. What are you doing? Who are you? Go away. You're not American. What are you doing? Libertarian left? Ultra anti-establishment? I don't know. Ryan Knight left the MPP. You might want to update your fucking Twitter. Follow back Friday, baby. Woo wee. Love that. Follow back Fridays. Anyway, okay, so we're pretty much done. Move it for a People's Party is a joke. Move it of a People's Party is a joke. And I don't expect to see a lot more posting about it from anybody who has a clue on how to do it, even a grift. So bye. Bye, Nick. Bye now. Bye now. Bye now. Bye. 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 Look how he spends all his time. Howie Hawkins said that they excluded him because the Green Party was too socialistic. This is it. This is it. While the Democrats are in power, the entire purpose of the Move It for a People's Party is to get right-wingers to retweet it. That's it. Pathetic. He's got a Ryan Knight retweet. 2 days later, Ryan Knight said he's not doing it. All right, chat, we're done with the Move It for a People's Party. I know no one cares about this but me. Holy fuck. This is so dumb. I would have an iota of faith in MPP if they'd actually fielded a candidate. Well, listen, they've only been a party for 4 years. It's very tough to get someone to run for city council or school board. You know, you would expect after 4 years, a party that says that the Justice Democrats are too slow might have fielded one candidate somewhere, but you would be wrong. If you want more leftists on this platform and other platforms that actually go into deep dives about issues like finance and electoral politics, you're never gonna find a better stream than this one. Here's some things you can do. I posted YouTube content constantly. We had another Jimmy Dore video. We had a not safe for stream debate with conservatives where Vosh and I and Denims debated with a bunch of conservatives about voter fraud. We have the dumbass takes of uniting with fascists. Get in there. Get in there.